Hello there, fellow humans, and welcome to this video. And Wargaming is very horny at the moment because they have to pay for a lot of OnlyFans subscriptions, so that is why they're putting out an insane amount of bundles at the moment. Obviously, AC Sentinel FV, it's only for collectors, so ignore that. I'm gonna do that as well. What you also should ignore is these prices that are crossed out, because these prices do not have any point. They are simply a marketing trick, so please do not fall for those. Now, what you should also not fall is for the Objective 2U, because it is a good tank. Yes, it is very beginner friendly. However, last Black Friday it was sold for 5,000 gold, so basically if you buy it now you are overpaying. At the SC130 PM, you have to be a tank destroyer enjoyer, you have to be a very good player to make this worth it, I'd suppose, because essentially it's just a worse Scorpion Jeep. Let's get into it a bit further, into the tanks, before I play both of them. This thing, obviously Russian, plus has all the classic Russian traits. Bad gun depression, bad accuracy, very good armor, lower plates pennable. Tier 7 is gonna struggle. You have the cupolas on top, so I wouldn't really face hug too much. And also 1.9k DPM. You have 420 alpha damage, with I think the highest of tier 8 heavies, but I'm not quite sure. And the mobility is fine as well. So basically, here's the equipment. That's how I would do it. Basically, it is a very beginner-friendly tank. It is a very easy tank to play. It is not, however, as good as the T-54A2, okay? It is not as good as the T-54A2. That is why I would recommend you to rather go for the T-95 Chieftain and the T-54 bundle than the 2FTU and SU-130 PM bundle. Because basically, in the other one, the T-54A2 and the Chieftain, you have two tanks that are played very, very similarly. Both T-54A2, amazing tank. The Chieftain, it's alright. So they fit a lot better together than the 2FTU and the SU-130, because here's the thing, if you are a very good player, the 252U is probably going to be quite boring for you, and the SU-130 PM is a good challenge. But if you're a bad player, then the 2FTU is a good tank for you, but the SU-130 PM doesn't fit you whatsoever. So it's a kind of a bad mixture of bundle there, I'd say, and I would definitely prefer buying the T-4E2 and if so also the Chieftain, because I mean, yes, the T-4A2 on standard is I think 1.5k more expensive, 8.5k, 10k, but I'd say it's better. It's 1.5k better, definitely, than this thing, and also the T-4A2, the SU-130. I mean, so I would go for that instead. But obviously depends on you. What kind of tanks do you like? If you like Russian heavies, then get this. If you like tank destroyers, if you're a good player, SC130 PM can be for you as well. Obviously, it's always it depends on three things. Obviously, when you buy a premium tank, either are they good, are they worth it, and do you want it, basically. And if all three are a yes, get it. So now T92 here, gonna take out the 71 first. Obviously, I mean, it's a classic Russian heavy tank. Just try to avoid ridge lines, get into brawls like here, and then use the alpha damage to outtrade the enemy. And obviously do not get misled by the accuracy. It is a Russian tank, yes, but you're not gonna hit anything at a distance most of the time, so stay close to the enemy. So you gotta brawl a bit, but this guy's just gonna probably just give up his life at this point. Well, that was a good shot, gotta give it to him. I'm just gonna go for damage here, because I don't really care, but I'm just gonna side scrape it, which you can also do. As you can see, lower plate is quite weak on this thing, easily to be penned, so I would definitely watch out for that. Do you want to die? Yes, he does. Now, Chimera, not really a problem. Chimera's a great tank, but I think that's one of the ones that's worth buying. This thing can be worth it, but here's the thing, this is not the best deal you can have. You could have gotten it for 5k last year. If you haven't played the game at that time, I guess you're fucked. If you have played the game at that time, well, too bad. You should have bought it then, I suppose. So that's my 2 cents on this thing. Because why would you overpay for the same thing when you could have gotten it for cheaper? Basically, but yeah, it's a great tank nonetheless. I'm not too big of a fan of it, gotta say, because I like accuracy, I like gun depression, I like DPM, and this thing doesn't really have much of that. It's more of a breakthrough kind of tank, and I mean, that's 3k. It's quite a decent game, I'd say. So yeah, now it is not worth 8.5k in my eyes. but it is a very strong tank. That's what you gotta know. And it's also a very beginner-friendly tank. And speaking of beginner-friendly, that is exactly what the SU-130PM absolutely isn't. Because it has no armor whatsoever. As you can see, 30mm. Has 3.6k DPM, 460 alpha damage, so the gun is way better than the 2FTU. Actually, also very, very strong. 70 degrees of gun depression, which, I mean, I'll take it. And the mobility is somewhat good as well for being a paper tank. So, I'd say, let's play it. So, now we're here in the battle with the SU-130PM, and I have hydrated myself, and you should do that as well. And what you could also do is like and subscribe if you want. You know, hydration is very important. And liking does help out as well, so that is quite important too. But yeah, let's go into the SU-130PM. As you know, it's a WoT Scorpion G, basically. That is the only way I would describe it. But obviously, Scorpion G often sold in lockboxes or crates, which is not very cool, so yeah, here we are. Let's see what we can do. Actually, a lot of people are gonna wonder, why am I not running a camo net on this tank? Well, it's quite simple, because I don't care about concealment. At this point, I'm so confident in that the enemies are unable to shoot me that I just rather take optics and get more seeing done, because basically with optics you can also get more assistance damage, which is a nice free bonus. So I don't really care about concealment that much, but I mean that Löwe is just focusing me, which I mean I can get because I don't have armor, but he's just being a pussy. So literally he is a pussy. So let's see what we can do from here. Why am I'm camping. I'm camping. I don't like this. Basically. Yeah, I mean that Löwe just kind of ruined all my plans, unfortunately. But, it's life. Oh, can we shoot him? I think that hit. I didn't see a splash at the back, so that might have been a shot there that we hit. Obviously, gotta watch out for the MX because this is all open. And hello there, sunshine. There we go. Obviously, I'm a one-shot. Gotta watch out a bit, but in the end, doesn't really matter too much because let's see, 4.6 all the way over there. M4's dead. Can we take out him? No, we can't. But they should be dead soon. There we go, MX. They did. Even though it's camping. That's fine. For him, at the moment. Still wouldn't want to camp in a 1390. I mean, if you're in a 1390 and you're behind a one-shot paper tank, yeah, that's not really a good look. But let's see what we can do here on that 101. He doesn't have a turret. Ha, loser. So that is. I mean, I don't mind this thing. Not a big fan because like the Scorpion exists, you know. So I'd rather play the Scorpion any day of the week. But it has a turret and is a pretty fine tank. So yeah, I mean that's the thing. You know, if you want a tank like this and you think you're gonna do well, then you can get it. For me personally, I might say it is worth it. Maybe. Damn, I didn't even do any damage. Well, and with that horrible disappointment, that's it for today. And I do hope there isn't going to be any more shop things at this point, because I have a lot more other videos planned. So I hope Wargaming doesn't ruin that. But with that said, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.